Hello, this is Cindy and this is Walkthrough Wednesday, and today I am showing you my captured time journal. It says captured time on the side. There's a little clock down there, a larger clock on the front. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and it has a hardcover top to it. It does have a hidden spine. That's why when you take a look at the side, nothing shows but the title. When we take a peek inside, there are definitions of time over here on the frontispiece. Inside, we have our first hidden journaling spot. And there's just a little place in there. You can keep photos in there, you can keep mementos in there, or you can just use it to write or draw or sketch and keep it in there. A nice antique clock. This journaling card was actually a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that comes out and you can see it well. It was actually it's an index card, just a blank index card that I used when I'm doing, all my edging for my piece. I just leave it sit on here, and it ended up, I did a little stamping on there as well to rounded the edges, and voila, a journaling card. If I could turn back time. You never want to have that ticking clock and know that you had all this time and didn't use it. A nice quote from J.J. Abrams. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day, and this is on a journaling card. There is a little bag here with lots of little goodies inside of it, a couple journaling cards, a little piece of ephemera, 2 journaling cards on this side, along with just a little clip that you can use. It's at this point holding in a basically just a journaling spot. But you can use it if you want to take that journaling spot and put it in one of the pockets. You can do that and then use this for journaling completely. If I could save time in a bottle. That's Jim Croce, and that's my husband's and my song. Another large pocket here with a very large journaling card inside of it. And all the definitions are time, or in this case, chronos, chronological, chronic, words that deal with time. These are sewn-in signatures, as I mentioned earlier, but the spine is hidden. This is coffee-dyed paper, and I really liked how that came out. A couple of advertisements turned into journal cards about clocks. This is from the 1905 Sears and Roebuck catalog. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is to say I don't want to. Lao Tzu. These are synonyms for time. There are some taller journal cards in here. Come what come may, time and the hour run through the roughest day. That's Shakespeare. For those Rush fans out there, time stands still and time heals all wounds. Lots of sayings about time and clocks. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven, Ecclesiastes. And this has a little mini journal in here with more modern clocks hiding in there. Another pocket, couple more journaling cards in here. This one has this other side of the bag here, holds a bunch more in the way of journaling cards and ads and ephemera. Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. For those of you who are soap fans, you will recognize that. This is an altered paper clip. It's covered over. It is currently not holding anything, but you can use it to hold whatever you'd like over here. This paper clip, which is also an altered paper clip, is actually holding that envelope on there. And if you open up the envelope, there are some goodies inside. A bunch of little tags and journal cards, or you know, you could use it however you wish. Okay, I'm going to put my paper clip back on there. That's the first signature. Second signature has a belly band with something fun for you to color. I thought it kind of looked like a clock. It was the only thing I could find that looked like a clock. And on the back it says, life is a succession of moments. To live each one is to succeed. That's by Corita Kent. So that's there for you to play with. It is the time you have wasted for your rose that makes your rose so important. Antoine Saint-Exupéry from The Little Prince. One of my absolute favorite books. A little cuckoo clock. A place to write. A whole bunch more journal cards tucked away in there. Just a little ephemera. A clock. This is from a book by Diana Hunter. Just so you don't, in case you don't know, I'm Diana Hunter. So that's my book. This is some, that's just little places to put, I mean, they're pockets, but I did 2 watches, the metronome on the music paper. Again, you have another little bag in here, and this one has, again, some fun pieces, which looks like one of them stuck. I'll have to figure out how to get that out of there. I may have stapled it in. I may have sewn it in. That may be sewn right into the binding. Yeah, I think I sewed that in. We'll worry about that later. This is another altered paper clip, and it's holding on a folio. I will go ahead and take it apart, and then I will put it back together again after I stop the video. But it folds, oops, I have it upside down. It folds this way, and then this way, and this way. So lots of places for secret hidden writing. That's going to go here. This goes back on it, actually fairly easily. I guess I could put it back together again. And then the key, which isn't exactly a key for a clock, but it's close. I don't know how many of you have ever had a wind-up clock with a key in it. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. J.R. Tolkien and the Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, now this one I had a lot of fun with, and nobody's going to catch the symbolism, but I'm going to just tell it to you straight out. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It's Charles Dickens in A Tale of Two Cities. In fact, it's the very opening line, I believe, of A Tale of Two Cities. The 2 cities in that are London and Paris. So here you have London, and here you have Paris. She's a French woman wearing a French dress. And even though the colors weren't quite right for the journal, I couldn't resist. I thought I has to go in there. London, Paris, Tale of Two Cities. Anyway, I thought it was clever. I was having fun. There's the center of that particular signature. And I do tend to leave my pieces long. That way, if you want, they are tied in a knot, but you can undo the bow if you'd like and add things to it. Or just leave the bow as it is. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1 and down he run. Hickory dickory dock. Old nursery rhyme. More, not definitions, synonyms of time. This is the absence of time. What happens when you don't have enough time? And this is just a cool piece of paper that I found. I really like the designs on it. That kind of paisley, even though they're not quite the right colors for here, I just really thought it was cool, so I put it in. Tick tock, tick-tock. I suppose it's like the ticking crocodile, isn't it? Time is chasing after all of us. Peter Pan, James Barrie. And there is another pocket with more ephemera and more places to write. A time for all things and everything in its time. As you can see, there are, this is a journal chock full of places to write. The two signatures are 10 pages each, which makes for 40 pages total of a journal, which means that this whole thing is 80 pages in width. This didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. It just says time flies. I was kind of trying to do a pocket thingy and it didn't quite work. Oh well. This is Untimeliness, More Definitions of Time, handcrafted original, 100% handmade. C. Dupre, March 2023. And that brings us to the back of the journal. Captured Time. It does have metal pieces. This journal will be for sale in my Etsy shop. Please make sure you take a look. If you have enjoyed this walkthrough, please, if you have not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button and then click on the bell and to get notifications every time I publish a new video. And I try to publish a couple times a week. At this point, Wednesdays are walkthrough Wednesdays. And this was a walkthrough of my Captured Time journal that will be for sale. Leave a comment down below with questions or ideas for projects, things you want to see me do in the future. Make sure you take a look at my Etsy shop for this particular journal as well as some others that are available. Play safe, and this is Cindy signing off.